Hello and welcome to Mr. Wiley Teaches Math. Today we're going to talk about drawing and reading graphs. In our first case, we've been given a table of values or a t-graph that has time in hours and distance kilometers. And we have these different pairs of numbers that work side by side. So time 0 we go 0 kilometers, 1 hour we go 5 kilometers, 2 and 10, so on. So we're going to take a graph. I've already labeled the axes and drawn and labeled the axes. On the x-axis I put time in hours, and on the y-axis I've got distance in kilometers. And we're going to start by just plotting these on. So I can go 0 and 0, so right down the origin. 1 hour, and he went 5 kilometers, so it's going to go there. 2 hours and 10 kilometers. 3 and 12. 4 and 13, and 5 and 15. And we could conduct these out with to make it a line graph. Connect these up, and we start to see the relationship, or we start to see the patterns forming. And if we knew what this was about, perhaps somebody out for a hike or for a walk, we could start to tell a story behind it, start to see the patterns. They started at their home. The first hour they walked very quickly, went all the way 5 kilometers. They still had a lot of energy the second hour and went 10 kilometers, but then their rate of speed, their distance they traveled slowed, and maybe they took a break in here for some time. They didn't get very far, and then their last hour, the 5th hour, they went a little bit more rapidly again and covered more distance. In the second one, we could do something similar. We could look at the title, Daily Vehicle Traffic. It's the number of vehicles. We could pretend it's the number of vehicles driving past the school. And we have the time of day. So we have a 24-hour period on here. We could see that at midnight, there's very few cars, and actually drops off as the night goes on. But then about 6 a.m., early in the morning, 5, 6 a.m., it starts to pick up. And we go up, and by noon, we have our highest point in the day. Kind of drops off in the afternoon, but the late afternoon, early evening, it peaks again, and then it quickly drops off to very little traffic again. So we could start to say what's happening during the day. Well, most people are at home and sleeping. Then we have this spike as people start to get ready and go to work. Maybe around the lunch hour, there's lots of people traveling, leaving their work, going to different restaurants, or maybe going home for lunch. Kind of dies off in the afternoon. More people are back at work, staying put. And then the evening commute, going home, it spikes up again. And then we have less and less people as the evening goes on towards midnight. And we could assume that something similar is going to happen again the next day if we drew it out. So there's other types of graphs as well. There's pie graphs and bar graphs. Those type of things that we will cover in science class. So thanks for watching. Be sure to check the class website for additional assignments and additional examples in the assignments.